Well, I had a quick little wardrobe change since we're now talking all things fashion, and we're continuing with our profile on some of our country's most talented fashion designers, all a part of the Woolworths STYLE by SA capsule collection. Now, the collaboration between Woolies and some of the brightest designers on the scene centers on the philosophy of cultivating proudly local South African talent. Now, an initiative we can all get behind, and here to continue the conversation on the collection of the season is fashion designer Celeste from the label Selfie. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you so much. It's always such a pleasure being here.
Well, I love stories like this. Talk me through your journey of Selfie and how you ended up collaborating with Woolworths.
Well, I mean, I started my brand in 2009, and Selfie was all about like self-love and well-being and self-development. So I think with me collaborating with Woolworths on this collection has really just been about, I think, being consistent with your brand and always like recreating it, telling new stories. So I think sustainability has always been a big sort of like interest of mine. So I've been working with natural fabrics for a while. Yeah, and I think Woolies approached me because I think that they did see that kind of element of sustainability and ethical workmanship. Yeah, so I think that's how it.
Yes, because you are part of the Better Cotton collection, which is one of the three capsules that was shown by the STYLE by SA. And I wanted to know, you know, your take on being eco-friendly. Where did that start for you?
I think for me, it really started just like in-house, and it's about just recycling. I mean, we use so much paper just by being designers. It's like recycling fabric, and also with taking samples and like donating it to homes. Like that's something, initiative that I also started last year, because I think there's so much clothes always being produced, and it's like, what do you do with the clothes that you don't actually put in stores? So I kind of started something like that last year because I want to minimize the amount of products I'm also producing. Yeah. And with the Better Cotton initiative, it's something that it manages the farming process like on farms, so that there's really like sort of like a conscious like the kind of usage of water is being reduced, and then also just like the minimization of fertilizers and pesticides, and also just how workers are being treated on farms. Like all of these sort of systems are being implemented when producing the Better Cotton. So all those things kind of like excited me because it's kind of like the journey I'm on. So it was like a great sort of relationship.
It was the perfect marriage.
I know, it came at the perfect time, I think. Yeah, it's so weird.
I can only imagine you must be so proud to see your pieces in
I really
store.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself going now? Your next 5 to 10 year plan for your label and your fashion?
I think also with working with Woolworths in this collection, it's really like furthering what I can do within my brand with how I dye up fabrics and where I source my fabrics from. With even my current collection, I started dyeing up my own fabrics, which is this garment over here. So there's a color palette that was created, and we dyed everything in-house by Dye House in Cape Town. So it's just really looking at how to further this whole sustainability process and making things still very beautiful, authentic, but still kind of being conscious of your environment and like where things will actually be in 10 years time, that it can actually, it's biodegradable and it can decompose, and you can't just look good and not care about your environment. And I think that's really important, that people should like consider when buying a product as well. You know?
I love that. Yeah. Well, Celeste, thank you for joining us and sharing your story. I think it's absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
Now, Woolworths and the STYLE by SA crew, they are moving fashion forward in South Africa in a big way. And a big thanks, of course, to Celeste Arendse from Selfie. And if you at home want it in on one of the most inspired collections around, just head on over to www.woolworths.co.za or shop the STYLE by SA capsule. I'm wearing one of the pieces right now, and the collection is also available nationwide at Sandton, Rosebank, Centurion, Canal Walk and Westville Pavilion stores. And you can see the collection in all of its glory. So make sure you also tune into Top Billing. That's this coming Sunday at 1 p.m. for a front row seat at South African Fashion Week. You do not want to miss out on any of the fashion things happening. And as I promised, we are taking a fashion forward step right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.